Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, formerly the Angel School, and we are here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Pisces for April 2022. So before we begin, I'd just like to welcome everyone back to this series, and anyone who's new to the community, we welcome you as well, and thank you for being here. So just a few things, and the things I'm mentioning, you're gonna find the links to them in the description area below the video. So the first is, I'd like to invite you to watch the monthly general angel reading for April, before or after this video, and so that you have that information as well. That's very important, I think. And also, this is the 10th anniversary of my YouTube channel, and we're going through transitions, you can see, from Angelic Wisdom to from the Angel School to Angelic Wisdom, and the designer is working on the new logo and the website. So it's a busy season, so it may take a little bit longer than what we had anticipated, but we'll keep you up to date about how that's going as things come out. And as a gift to everyone this year, my first time promotional offer, Angel Reading, is going to be available to everyone, unlimited, for this year, okay? So if you'd like to get an angel reading with me, and there are other choices there as well, you can go to the link in the description area, theangelschool.com/services. Okay, and so we're gonna go ahead and begin, and by just taking a deep breath. And just concentrate on your heart space, Pisces. And the first thing they're showing me is that the trunk of the tree is very thin, Pisces. And the branches are really low to the ground and very, very wide. But at the top of the trunk of the tree, there's a third eye, and the third eye is wider than the trunk of the tree. So this tells me that there's an imbalance, because the branches and the tree, just the trunk, is out of balance. You're really intuitive, you have a lot of information that is coming through, a lot of goals, a lot of things, but somehow you're overwhelmed by them, and all of that. And so you might need a bit of a break. You might need to really examine how things have gotten to this point where you have, because I get a feeling that what's happening is that you're doing your intuitive work because you live in that realm and you love it. But what the trunk of the tree is saying is that you're not nurturing your connection that supports the intuitive work that you do. And if that's not happening, then it's like it's like a cork, and you just can't push all of that through. So there's going to be a block, or it's going to feel sluggish, or very slowed down. Even if it's not stagnant, if you're getting intuitive information, it may mean that you are, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but I'm going to say this the wrong way first. It might be that you're being a little too nosy, meaning that you're being overly sensitive to your intuition, and everybody's. You see signs everywhere. You're getting messages for everybody, and are you supposed to? No. There's a challenge in that we have to recognize, and this seems to be the theme this month, or at least these Angelscope readings, this keeps coming up, about being aware of what is our charge. That means that every classroom, every soul is in its own classroom. Its reality, its environment, whether you like it or not, whether you have opinions strongly about, it's a classroom. We have to respect the classroom that that soul, just like you're in yours, has set up these different lessons. There's a reason for everything. There's a purpose behind everything and why it happens. And you're viewing that when you're looking at somebody's life. And there are times that you are to play a role. You might be the bad person in that, or you might be the good. You might be you might be the angel. You might be the devil. Let's put it that way. And sometimes you're not supposed to be anything, because other people have already been set up to play a part in that. By knowing what's your charge, that means that you have been given a specific calling that tells you that your intercession, your intervention is needed or not. If you have not been given that kind of call, then you trust that every classroom, number one, Earth School classroom, is perfectly in alignment with what that person's soul has chosen, and that they are safe, because there really is no death, right? Blah, 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 blah. So then that means if you get this, you'll unplug and plug into your intuition to at least be able to tell you where you're supposed to be and not supposed to be, and to nurture your connection, which means you might be doing too many healing meditations and where you just need to do awareness meditations. That might also mean that you're doing too much of any of all of this, and that you need to be doing other things. Like, you need to be having fun. You need to be enjoying life. You can't work all the time. When are you taking time for to enjoy the pleasures of being in your classroom? You set up this classroom. You came here to be in this world, not only to be in your classroom, but to also, hey, hello, class is over. Like when we go to school, we could go to school for a certain part of the day, and the rest of the day we have time to ourselves. We have recess and things like that. We have electives that are fun. So look, get in your electives. Maybe you're not going enough to your elective classroom, Earth School classrooms. You're not spending enough time in your electives, which means your creativity, your hobbies, the things that you enjoy. So there's some imbalance. And that's the whole point. All right, let's take a look at the archangel that we're working with. Now, this is Archangel Michael for us this month. And, he is the archangel of integrity. So that means, are we truly doing and being who we're supposed to be? Are we really showing up in the best version of ourselves? Are we really standing in our power? Are we being true to ourselves? Or are we just caught up in our routines? Are we just caught up in, are we just what helps us to cope, right? So sometimes we get involved in a lot of stuff because we don't have to deal with our stuff, and then that's just the way we cope with not dealing with our stuff, is helping other people deal with theirs. I'm a Pisces. I must say that this is the only thing I really do. I used to have people in my life and a lot of friends where but I've just been very selective about my friendships, and I make sure that I can have an equal exchange with them. I make sure, because I know people can get annoyed with me if they come into my life and they just want, they keep talking about the same thing over and over again. I have said to them, look, if you don't, I'm wired this way. I can't turn it. I can't, so if you're going to talk to me, you're going to bring your problems to me, then make sure that you want to hear feedback. If you don't want feedback, say that. So all I can do is just hold the space for you and show my compassion through my feelings and my hugs and my, and my eyes. I won't say anything. if that's what you need. Like, you have to have clear boundaries. And I tell people, if we're going to talk about something, work through it, like, you just can't be 40 years the same thing. You never make an improvement. That's just a drain. So if you're not willing to work on your stuff, then you can't be in my circle. I mean, you have to set those kind of boundaries, but you're doing it for yourself so that you leave space for you to do your work. And that also means going to electives, if you get what I mean by that. All right. So Archangel Michael can help you to feel empowered. Call upon him to help, to boost your confidence, to help you feel a sense of empowerment. Okay, so you have the World card. And, you know, you might, one of the things that you might be doing is taking on the world. Taking on too much of the world at once. Okay? And what you need to do is, instead of taking on too much of the world, accept the world. So for you to find this balance, acceptance of the world, accept the classrooms, accept the university, like the world itself. The earth is one big university with different fields of studies and different classrooms and different teachers and approaches, the freedom to approach things differently. Accept that classroom, so you can accept your classroom more effectively. I want to just go here before okay, so we have the Page of Earth as the lesson of how you're working with this. This card also just notes here accomplishment, celebration, completion. You might be at this point in your life where you're really sort of coming to the end of the term, or you're about to graduate out of that particular classroom as you go into the next one that you've chosen for yourself. But you have choice, you have freedom about where you will go. Will you just pick something else on that same frequency, you know, or are you aware that you can choose higher levels of learning that can be more satisfying and in its outward reality, not just something that the soul is experiencing secretly, you know, and it's these things where we seem like all we're doing is suffering, and only the soul knows just how good and delicious it is to study and train in that classroom. So here it says studious, prepared, cheerful. And he's got a book and he's got a letter, as if he's got an acceptance letter, right? And so the page is bringing a message. And perhaps you've applied in the inner planes for a new classroom, a new field of study, meaning that your soul is ready to champion a new something in your career or work, that you're ready to take on another level, because everything you went through previously has prepared you for this. Maybe it's a promotion, maybe it's that will offer more money, more opportunities, and this will create a whole new set of circumstances, a whole new classroom of learning for you. But you're excited about it, and this might be that you've gotten acceptance for that. So if something big is coming into your life, and with these two cards together, it just indicates that some achievement, some big accomplishment is coming your way. And what you got to do is be in integrity with who you are, to come into balance and to know where your charge is at, so that you'll be open to that. Because if you're just doing everything, then you're going to be too exhausted to say yes to that energetically. So prep yourself this month to correct this, what you need to correct, so that you are ready for this opportunity for yourself, Pisces. And you deserve this. You deserve it. It's been a long time coming, and I hope we all get it, right? Whatever that is for us. All right, so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful month of April. God bless.